free transport, affordable and free tuition.
Tell me about it.
You can drag your course. If you have a two-year course, you can drag it for 3, 4 years, 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes. To 10 years.
Hi, Adiola. Happy to have you here. So please, can you introduce yourself?
Okay. My name is Adiola Kiyemiju Ojunaike. I live in Canada now. I used to live in Germany, and I'm a Nigerian. I'm a YouTuber.
I understand, Adiola, that you went from Nigeria to Germany to study, right?
Yes, I did.
Tell us about it.
The first thing that one has to do when you want to apply to university is you do your research. You go to the school's website, check for if you're eligible. Then another thing is you need to check if your grades that you finished with in your university, if it's going to be equivalent to what they require in Germany.
Okay.
So yes, so you have to evaluate your grade in the first class, second class, third class. You have to evaluate your grade to be able to be sure that you're eligible for the course that you're going for. The first thing that I'll just advise to do is go to schools in Germany that are free first. Then when you can streamline that, then you check for your course of study. Then the cost of studies are usually different from what we use in Nigeria or Africa or in your own countries. So check for something similar that maybe you can bring out your transcript. Check for something similar, that you've done that is your transcript. Then check for it on this website. Sure. Then when you do, then you'll be able to figure out about 4 or 5 courses that you can do. Then check for the ones that are also free in these universities. Because I did material science and engineering in University of Kiel. It's possible in Hamburg, you have to pay tuition for it. So you would need to streamline it and, figure out that, okay, my course of study and the university I'm going to is free. And and it needs to be related to what you did in your bachelors. Okay. Yes. Yes.
So if I got it correctly now, your course you studied in Germany was free.
I wouldn't say it was totally free. Yeah. Okay. Germany has a system whereby you would have to put money in a blocked account. Right. The blocked account basically is your upkeep for a year before you can, settle into Germany and get a job, and all that. So they want you to be able to take care of yourself for a year. That's why we have the 11,000 plus euros that they ask people to bring. Okay. So compared to the UK, Canada, the US, the tuition that they pay, in my school now, I paid about $300 euros, 260 euros per semester.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes. So I think that is why people say that
it's free, Adiola.
I'm sure that's why they say that it is free. So the tuition comes from the blocked account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You tell us more about these block accounts later when we progress. But I would like you to tell us about the criteria, the requirements. If you want to go to Germany, do they need IELTS?
Okay. Some of the requirements are your CV. You have to have your CV, international passport, of course. That should be the first thing. Your WAEC and NECO. You need a certified transcript. You need to certify your transcript. You need a certified bachelor degree, the certificate of completion. Then you need English as a medium.
Right.
Not all schools require IELTS. Not all schools require TOEFL. Not all schools require GRE or GMAT.
Okay.
Some schools require it. Some don't require it. Right. So when you are trying to filter, the course of study and all that, you can also check for schools that don't require a test of English.
Okay.
My school required, we gave English as a medium, as our language,
language.
Yeah. So that was why I went to my school, and I got it.
Okay.
So you go to your university and you ask them to give you an English as a medium document.
Right.
And they understand because they've been doing it over time.
Yeah, just to prove that your studies was taught in
English. Yes. So then motivation letter, of course, letter of motivation, why you want to study and all that good stuff. Then you also need a recommendation letter.
A recommendation letter.
Yes. So those were the things that I needed for my own admission in the university in which I went.
Okay.
Some of the other universities, because I applied to about 7 universities, don't put your egg in one basket, right? But in University of Kiel, those were the documents that I needed. Yeah.
And the same documents for all the 7 universities that you
yes, some of them required GRE, some of them required GMAT, but they were not so strict about it.
Right.
Yes. Okay. So, but the requirements are usually the same everywhere.
Do they teach in English though?
Yes, almost all master's courses are taught in English.
And your undergraduate, do you know if that's
I think half of them are in English, but depending on your course of study.
Okay.
Yes, for people that are studying law, you have to learn it in Dutch.
Oh yeah, because you'll be representing people in the
land. You understand the locals, yeah. So English is very allowed in Germany.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
If you don't know me, I am Nurse NG. I work in a care home here in the UK. In this channel, I talk about visa sponsorship jobs, relocating to the UK, general tips about traveling overseas. Please do me a favor by liking this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, that's your own way to support me. All right. You know about going to Germany from the onset.
Yeah. So I have a video about this on my channel, and because of the tuition free notion that everybody has, yeah, I have started applications, way back, even when I was almost done with university, and I started applications, but you won't complete. When you start something and you don't complete it because maybe they ask for test of English at that time, maybe there was no money, or you're like, I beg, something would have just, discouraged, one from applying. So when I met my then boyfriend, who is now my husband, right?
Congratulations.
So he was already in Germany at that time. So I was like, okay, why don't you come over to Germany to start your application and all of that. So I was like, okay, I have all the documents that are required. I have my documents certified because I had started, a prior application. And so I think what I needed was English as a medium and my recommendation letters. I needed 2 recommendation letters. So he advised me to get one from a professor and one from a doctor.
Okay.
Yes. So then I went to my university, got the recommendation letter, and I got my English as a medium, and that was how I applied. So basically, the notion of my knowledge of Germany started from the fact that I heard people say it was free.
It was free.
It was free, yes. So when I started, digging deep, I figured out that I had to put one money in one account, the blocked account, and I had to do test of English, and I just stopped there. So my first knowledge of Germany was that it was a free.
It was free.
Yes,
place
to,
yes. Actually, it's free from the
I know.
So now let's talk more about the block accounts, because that looks like what will prevent some people from going to Germany.
Yes.
How did you go about it?
Okay. So when I was applying in 2019, we're supposed to block about 8,000 euros. I think 8,842 euros. I can't remember the figures now. Then when I went to my interview in June 10th, the day I went for my interview was the day they increased the money to 10,000.
Okay.
Yes. So as soon as I was done, then they said, I didn't even go with the blocked accounts. I went with faith. Let me not lie. Because you were supposed to go with your blocked accounts bank statement to the interview. Right? So I just went and I just said, my money will be paid, and I just put it all up to God that, whatever happens, right? So I opened a Fintiba account. There's a body, called Fintiba account. It is affiliated with Germany universities.
Okay.
So you put the money inside, but you can't touch the money while you're in Nigeria.
Right.
You can only touch it when you get into Germany. So when you get into Germany, you have to open a bank account. Then you now connect the Fintiba to your bank. So every month, so it feels like they're paying you salary. So every month they give you about 800 or 900 euros. So that covers for, anything that you want to do. I thought you get your admission, before you apply for your visa, they're supposed to block your account. Because this thing goes really fast. So the blocked account comes usually before the interview.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there a way you advise people that would like to go to Germany and they don't have enough funds to raise this block account from Nigeria or Ghana, other countries?
Yeah. So a lot of my friends had people borrow them this money.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is not like the US or I don't know about the UK where you borrow, as soon as you're done with whatever you are doing, you pay back. You can take it out. You can't take it out. So anybody that really needs to borrow you this money needs to be someone that is really close to you, and the person can forfeit this money.
That amount.
Yes. So what I would just say is, okay, let me now go back here. There are 3 ways in which you can go to Germany financially. So there is scholarship, there is sponsorship, and there is a blocked account.
Right.
Yes. So I went through the blocked account route. My uncle borrowed me this money. Then so another thing is when you get to Germany, you can get a job. As soon as you get in, if you mix with the right people, they'll tell you how to get a job. Then you can start paying back every month. Okay. But just know that you can only pay back in a year. Depends on how your work is, because you can only work 450 euros in a month as a student during the school period. But during summer, during the break, you can work overtime. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's assume that they are paying you 800 in a month, and you your rent is about 300. All the miscellaneous, all of that stuff goes for about another 300. That's about 600. So you only have 200 left. So then, if you're working, and you earn 450, or let's say you earn 400, plus that 600, it's not even up to how much they paid you in the month. So giving the person that you borrowed back means that you're paying in pieces. If you let us not like ourselves as Africans, people don't like that kind of, package. If you now want to say you want to give the person back as a bulk, it will be hard for you because it's taking more than a year. Or your school will suffer. Let us not lie to ourselves, because you have to work overtime. Meaning that you'll be able to go to school for some courses. So the blocked account, that's what I went with. Then there is sponsorship. You have to get somebody that is living in Germany to sponsor you.
Okay.
Especially in the city where you are studying. Especially, it makes more sense. It shows that you might probably be staying in the person's house. The person needs to have money, but the person needs to be able to sponsor you. The person needs to have a job, basically, to be able to sponsor you. It's a scholarship. You have to go through that.de, daad.de. Okay. You have all the scholarship options there. They give first class. I know they give 2-1, but I don't know if they give people that have 2-2. Okay. Second class, lower division. But yeah, they can just explore that option. So those are the 3 options in which you can come to Germany financially.
A link to that website for scholarship, and I'll leave it in the description box for anyone that is interested. The scholarship would be a good idea. For those that don't have the block.
That don't have the money for it. Yes.
Yeah. It's good they have different options.
Yes.
So now that you've talked about accommodation, what is the cost of living in Germany?
Okay. The cost of living now, it depends on the city where you're living.
Okay.
My city was a small city in the north. So the cost of living was not so, it was okay, but it wasn't, for students, you can say it's expensive, but it was coming to Canada now. Knowing what I do now.
Okay.
It was cheap. I lived in the student hostel up until I left. My first student hostel, I paid 197 euros.
Are you serious?
Yep. Then I think they now give us unlimited internet, so they increased it to about 200. Then I now moved to another hostel. I now moved to basically like a self-contained, because I was living in a shared, kitchen and all that. So I moved to a mini, hostel, and I was paying 274, which is relatively still cheap. Yes.
Wow, that's
so
cheap.
Yes, accommodation is very, very. It depends on the area in which you are living. So in my city now, we don't have so many jobs. We don't have so many official jobs.
Okay.
We have, I did cleaning.
Right.
I did factory.
Okay.
There are a whole sort of jobs that you can do. There are restaurants, just depends on what works for you and what works for your time. Yeah. Okay. So with that, you can survive. But in some other cities like Hamburg, Frankfurt, Berlin, their rent is about 300 upwards, but they have more jobs. They have more also jobs for people that, are good with also.
Even at that 300 is still cheap though.
Yep.
And you have free internet with 300.
Yeah.
Are you serious? I should go to Germany.
It is cheap. It is affordable. Germany is very affordable. The problem is that blocked account. Usually. Getting admission is almost easy too. Just have the requirements and you're good to go.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, now I learned transportation is free as well. Is this true?
Our transportation is in our semester fee. So we don't pay for transport, basically.
So hold on a minute. If you pay about 300 for your semester fee, do you pay extra for the transportation?
No, we don't. Because the locals, people that are not students, they pay about €60, €70 every month as their semester, as their tickets, their bus tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, but for us, for like 4-5 months, we don't pay anything. It is just inclusive.
Transportation is free. Oh my God.
Yeah, so it is basically inclusive of the semester fee that we pay.
That is good.
And for my city, we are blessed because we can move to some other cities. Yeah, can go to Lubeck. I think we can go to Nuremberg. We can go to Hamburg.
With free transportation. Yeah. I think I should start telling people now, go to Germany. Everything is
I encourage people to go. I encourage people to go, but the blocked account is the problem.
Okay. I'm sure
if you have the funding,
find their way
if you have the funding, please go for it. Go for it. It's a really good place. Yes.
Guys, are you hearing? Go to Germany. Everything is free transportation.
Yeah, go for it. Germany, and they're very welcoming to international students. So
that's great.
Go for it. Yeah.
So how did you deal with the language barrier though?
Okay. So in my school too, we had the opportunity to learn the language. So I was in Nigeria when I applied for the language course. So you can apply for, so the languages are A1, A1.1, A1.2, A2, A21, A22, B1, like that. So I applied for Compact, which brought the A1.1, A1.2 together. So my school allowed it. My school gave an opportunity to learn it for free.
Guys, did you hear that? I like that word, for free.
Yes, for free. I encourage people to learn it before they come to Germany. if you can.
Okay. Start
So
before
there,
you go.
yes, so there are. I know about Lagos. There is Goethe Institute in Lagos where you can learn this language, because
Okay.
it's going to be hard combining going to your normal course to learn the language and working. One thing will suffer.
Yeah.
Of the three. If you're
So
being realistic.
your advice will be start learning the language if you have plans to go to Germany.
To Germany, yes.
So that before you get there, at least you know the
you
basics.
know, yes, so you can relate with people. You know,
and it will be easier and faster for the person to get job as well.
Yes. In Germany, you can go by without the language, but you need it for your day-to-day activities. You can go by. There are a lot of people that didn't learn it, that they picked one or two things from, friends and all that. You can go by. That you can learn on YouTube. There are apps where you can learn it too. All these days, yes, they have opportunity. So I think Goethe is. I think you pay for Goethe Institute, or you can learn it on YouTube. You can just maybe if you listen to news, just start from there.
Just like learning English, you start
from
news,
scratch.
Start from online. There's a lot of YouTubers talking about IELTS, and all that.
Yes, so you can learn from the one. So I think when we started our class, I started teaching us from sentences. So after that, started teaching us A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, like from the scratch. So you can learn from the scratch. I'm sure 1 or 2 things will stick. Yeah.
Okay, Adiola, let me just draw your attention back a little bit. You spoke about students being able to work. Can you tell me more about the working hours and when they are allowed to work?
Okay, you can work the working hours. You can work 20 hours a week.
Okay.
Yes. And during the break, you can work full time. You can work
as many hours. Are there job opportunities as well for students over there?
Yes, there are plenty of job opportunities, except especially the IT people that IT service, engineering, people in sciences, people doing research, all of these people. Yeah, there are job opportunities for them majorly. Yeah, those people majorly they have job opportunities. Yeah. Especially engineering. Yeah.
All right. So that's good to know. Yeah. And before I forget, as a student, are you allowed to go with your dependents?
Okay. No, actually.
Okay.
Yes, but there's something called family reunion.
Okay.
But you would have to probably use a lawyer before you can. Yeah. So what people do is, if one of the spouses come, they apply for studies for the other partner. Not a reunion. Studies is just easier and faster. Yeah. But reunion can take. They must probably know that you're dying before they let your partner come in. Basically.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Is that strict for students?
Very strict, yes. It's not allowed. Wow. Yeah. I tried to bring my mom when I was pregnant, and they didn't let her. They didn't family reunion. They didn't let her come.
They didn't let her come.
Yeah. After I had.
Let's assume it was your husband. Would it be hard like that?
Maybe they would have given him, but they know that maybe there's a friend of mine, that she was really sick. That was only when they allowed her husband to come. She was really sick. She was really, really sick. That was when they allowed her husband to come. So I feel like if they know that, it's something that you can handle yourself, I'm not sure they would allow anybody to come. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they want
you use a lawyer
face and study.
Yeah. But if you use a lawyer, I'm sure you can get by.
Accommodation is the most important thing before you move, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about student accommodation in Germany.
Okay. It was tough, actually, or it is tough. It would make sense for you to start trying to get accommodation before you leave your home country.
Right.
Yeah, because when I came to Germany, I think I didn't secure one. We had applied, but we're not staying on it because I had somebody that was living in Germany at that time. So yeah, but after my husband now left Germany, I was stranded, because I had to go back to my city, right? So I now had to get a public house. I think they call it WG in Germany, which is an outside accommodation.
Okay.
So it would make sense for you to secure an accommodation before coming to Germany. I had a friend, she secured ours before she left Ghana. And as soon as she came, she got into our house. And it was so most universities offer accommodation, including shared dormitory, there are private, accommodations too, and so students can also stay in town. If you don't want to stay in your stairway, if you like, you don't want to be in a close, proximity to other students, or you just want to be alone, all these introverts, and all that, you can also stay in town, and you can get those houses through agents, because it's also hard to get accommodation as a student, because they will ask you for your pay slip, and you don't even have jobs, So it depends on your lifestyle. If you're okay, just go to the student hostel. But if you think that you like a flamboyant lifestyle, you can stay in town. But I'll just advise that you secure your accommodation before you leave your home country.
Okay.
You have a soft landing as soon as you're getting into Germany. Because I heard of a lot of students that slept in the train station as soon as they got here, because they didn't even, they don't even know anybody. They they just came. And I would also advise that a lot of people, when you are trying to come into a new country, check on Facebook. Especially as a student, there's always a students group. There's always a student Facebook page. Check there and just keep posting that you need accommodation. We have people that are going for exchange courses in other cities that want to lease their room out. You can get something that can also be your soft landing space. So yeah, that can also work.
Thanks for the advice, Adiola. Okay, so generally speaking, tell us about maybe 3, 4 benefits of studying in Germany.
One, the quality of education is top notch.
Okay.
And they offer a wide, range of programs, including, in engineering, which enables students to, acquire international perspective. Coming to Germany, and Germany being a country that they're always building something. There's always an innovation, so especially for people that are coming for engineering, they get a lot of international perspective. Another benefit is affordable and free tuition.
Tell me about it.
Unlike other countries, affordable and free tuition, free transport, that's aside too. Low cost of living. If you're staying in the bigger cities, you spend more, but low cost of living. Then working opportunities for students. There are opportunities to work, outside of school. But I know that in the US, you can't work outside of school as a student. You have to work in school. So you can work full-time, you can work part-time, And after your studies, you have 18 months to look for a full-time job. 18
months?
18 months, yes. Yeah. And all that.
Oh, wow. Maybe when I go outside and tell everybody, go to Germany.
Yes, please tell them to go.
So finally, tell me, what would you advise anyone aspiring to come to Germany?
My first advice is be open-minded.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, because it's a new environment. You are going there to learn. So don't be stiff. Don't act like you know it all, because those Germans will put you in your place if you're not careful. So be very open-minded, be very friendly. If you are friendly, you will get a lot of information from people. So, because being open-minded doesn't mean you can be friendly, but just be open-minded, be friendly, know what you're doing. And another thing about, I'm not sure I mentioned it, another thing about Germany is, and that this is not supposed to be an information, you can study for a long time.
How?
Okay, so you can drag your course. If you have a two-year course, you can drag it for 3, 4 years, 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, to 10 years.
Are you serious? Yes. It's allowed.
It's allowed in Germany. So, but don't get carried away with that. A lot of us got carried away with that. Don't get carried away. Do what you have to do and secure yourself a job. Because if you are dragging it so long, you would keep doing menial jobs, and you just be too comfortable in your
position.
In your position, you just be too comfortable. So, if you have a two-year course, do your 2-year course. If you want to go for an exchange in exploring Sweden, exploring other places, France, go there. Get your thesis done and get a job. Or start applying for a job. I know that getting jobs are not easy, but yeah, we have the opportunity of learning for so long. Just try. We have people that have been there 5 years still studying.
I think they are trying to buy time, maybe.
Yes, actually, because getting your permanent residency is about 7 years. So they intend to drag it till 6 years, then they will apply for a job, then everything's just start going smoothly again. But I just feel like you would just be too comfortable. Because the cost of living is you can live. You can be very minimal in your lifestyle,
and be happy,
and I'll be comfortable.
You just stay there. You can't be bothered.
Germany is a good place to raise children because you know that you're saving. You're
not spending Germany now.
I really it's just because my husband didn't like Germany. I'm till tomorrow. I'm saying that I do because we have. I'm very minimalistic. Yeah, I like good things, but I'm very minimal. Right, we have a lot of thrift store in Germany that you get good things, even new things with tags. You can get it for like, let's say $3, $4. Even Primark, we have Primark in Germany. We don't have Primark in Canada here. We have Primark in Germany. So let's even say that you don't want to even do thrift. You are a big guy and big boy. I want to do Primark. Primark, you can get something for $10, $15. Here, to get one thing, they're spending $20, $25, $30 on an outfit.
And then I will have to do, cost of living between UK and Canada.
Even me, I think I need to compare Germany and Canada. I think I need to do a video.
Yeah, you should. People need those information, right?
Canada is cost though. Now
you're appreciating Germany, right?
So, food is expensive here. In Germany, One tomatoes can be like 10 cents or 5 cents.
Wow.
One tomatoes here is $1.
Wow.
And you
That
pay
means
tax
it's a
on top.
nice
You pay tax on
place.
top of the $1. You pay tax on top of one
On
tomatoes.
top of one tomatoes. Wow.
They tax every item here. In Germany, your tax is just collective. It's no. Anyway, I like that I'm in Canada, but Germany has my heart all day, every day.
Are you serious? Thank you so much, Angela.
Thank
I
you so
really
much for having
appreciate
me.
this.